Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Delta T Racing. It's a Tuesday night, and we are here for the beginning of the new season. Not here alone this season. Very, very pleased to return of my good friend and co-commentator, Bogorowski. Good evening, Bog.
Good evening, Nell. Good evening, everyone at home or whatever you are watching from. We're back! And we're not just back with a new season of F1, but we're also back together, Nell. So, great to have us together again. It's always been much more fun when we did comes together, or at least on my side.
No, definitely,
Uh,
yeah. And I always enjoyed it. So obviously we had to have another division covered, which you kindly went and did. But it's yeah, good to have you back for this season. Should be pretty interesting this year, I think.
oh yeah. We're gonna have an interesting season. And we're already starting off pretty good right away with a full grid, 20 drivers. I think in a moment during quali and during race we will also like give our opinion of this grid.
Yeah.
Because most drivers are the familiar drivers for you, but there's a few new drivers in it, a few completely new in the league, or some who made a promotion or wanted to have actually reserving tonight. But tonight is round 1 of 12 in this championship. We're starting off at Bahrain. Before we go next week, we're gonna go to China. And let me quickly go through the calendar. In week 3, we're gonna go to Singapore. So we're gonna stay in the east, and then we're gonna have a little Christmas and New Year's break for 2 weeks. Oh, why? Because it's holiday season and not many people will be available to race. And in the new year, on I think January 10th, we're gonna go for round 4 to Australia, and then we're gonna go back to the European tracks. We're gonna go to Imola, Monza, and then we go back to Italy again, but this time for, sorry, between Imola and Monza, we have Monaco.
Yeah,
That's always
first
something
visit there for a
special.
while. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have Great Britain on Silverstone, of course, Portugal, Hungary, and then we end up with two races overseas again in Canada and USA. So the season finale will be in at the Circuit of the Americas, not on Miami. Miami's on the calendar. We will have 3 sprint races, and they will be at Imola, at Silverstone, and at Canada. So we will have the season running until March 7 for Division 1. So that is about the season. Meanwhile, we are very much aware, of course, that there's also a FIFA World Cup going on. And right now there's even a match between Portugal and Switzerland. And when there's a goal, we will keep you posted of that. And currently Portugal is leading 2-0. What you think Portugal will win that one? No?
Yeah, I think they're looking pretty comfortable, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, Switzerland need a quick goal if they're going to get back into it, but I think Portugal can step it up if they need to. Obviously, with Ronaldo on the bench as well. Sorry, they're Joe Royal putting in the first lap
Yeah.
of the season with a 128.220.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Portugal have enough to progress through to the
I
quarterfinals.
think they're the better team, but Switzerland is a very skilled team that could make it anyone tough, but with a 2-0 early deficit, it's going to be hard. But back to racing. Here's one of the new drivers, and I think this guy is going to be one of the contenders this season, and then I mean really mean contending for the title, is Too Late Mate.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that. He watching him last season in the pre-season race at Belgium was just yeah, different class there. I mean, Shabby obviously 2/10 in just behind him now, but yeah, I think Tooley's going to push him very, very hard this year. I think Joe will as well, and obviously if Yari can get some form back, Wesley a bit of luck.
Yeah.
But
I,
then
I, I
got so
think
many good drivers.
I think if they stay out of their trouble and have no setbacks or not forced to miss races, then I think it's going to be a three-way fight with Shabby, the three-time champion, Yari, a one-time champion, and with Tool. And I think Joe Royal is going to be a guy that is probably going to be top 5, top 6. Lynx will be very good. On pure pace, I think those 5 are probably the best drivers. Wesley is always going to have races where he's going to be on the podium or possibly even winning. But so far, the last few seasons in Division 1, he lacked a bit of that consistency or lacked luck or whatever it was. And I spoke to him briefly before the race, and he said, yeah, I really hope to have much more consistent season and be in the top 5, 6 at the end individually, and once again clinch that constructor's title with Shabby.
Yeah. I mean, he's more than capable. He's proved that in the past. I mean, they did a very dominant season in Division 2 a few years back. Obviously, gaining promotion up to Division 1. But he has won races, but it just seems to. When it goes wrong for him, it completely unravels, doesn't it? It doesn't go slightly; it just completely comes off the rails.
It does, yeah. Right. I'm not too familiar with Tool, apart from stories and what I've seen so far in preseason, and he's just lightning fast. And he is teaming up with Lenzi, and Lenzi is a driver who was, I think, 2nd in Division 2 last season, and got promoted.
Remember having a bit of a spin.
Oh yeah, Mamba is still getting used to new pedals he got yesterday.
Yeah, he's got the new Fanatec V3s, isn't he? So I mean, there is some huge adjustment on those. He will get used to them, but it's I think it's gonna take a couple of races for him to certainly get comfortable with them.
Yeah. So we talked briefly about 2 teams. That is the Alfa Romeo team with Shabby and Wesley. We have Haas is definitely going to be contenders with 2 and Lancy, and of course, well, Yari won in season 3. He is driving an Alpine, and he is expected, basically carry the team, because his teammate Fox Blue, he's got pace. Even got the pace to get top 6 results, sometimes even better. Won a few championships in Division 3 and reserved occasionally in Division 1 already. But Foxflow also has, well, it's like he has a moment each race where he loses focus or control or makes the wrong decision. So he could do well this season, but I can't see him finishing top 8 overall. Unless he improves on the other things,
Yeah.
Right, then we have Lynx. Lynx is a bit hard to say. He did the past 2 seasons, he only did a few races, but in those races, he did race. He was always on the podium or winning, so he could do well. I think he could be top 5 in the standings, and he's driving. What team is he on?
Just getting that up now. Sorry, I was just checking and just saying.
Lynx is for Mercedes. I think he's teaming up with.
Mercedes Lynx is with Chalkers, who's absent tonight.
Chalkers, but Chalkers is not around tonight. Meanwhile, a very surprising P2 by Pantera there. 28-0. How about that?
Yep. I mean, Faze again, he's not someone who's shy with pace. I'm going to jump on with Tool. Just coming round to start itself a lap. So let's just jump on, stick with Tool just to see
Alright.
where he gets this pace from. See if we can get any ideas going forward.
Oh, yeah. But I think we got ideas, but our executioning is just a bit less.
Yeah, just a bit slower. As I found out last night with I had Brent behind me, and I think I was braking a little bit too early for his liking.
Meanwhile, Shabby, Joe Royal goes to pole, and Shabby not improving. Or is he starting his lap? Oh, he's starting his lap. My apologies there.
He's starting,
But he actually did get a toll by his teammate Wesley. Wesley in P4. Right, so current pole time is on 27.869, and now I am expecting the pole time to be around 27.6.
2.6, so another couple of tenths in there. I think it's doable. I mean, Tool is only 700.
Meanwhile, I thought we kept you posted about the football game. I just missed 5 minutes, and there's been 2 goals scored. It's 4-0 to Portugal right now.
I think I stand by my original that Portugal should have enough to make it through.
Oh, I think, yeah. That's a lovely goal, by the way.
Good evening, Mots. Thank you for your comment in the chat. Commentary crackling a bit. I'm hoping it's a bit better now. I've just played with the levels a little bit.
Right, let's hope that's better.
Right, okay.
4-0 Portugal. They're on their way to the quarterfinals, where they will face the very surprising Morocco.
Shabby 27.9.
Oh, look at that,
second.
Shabby. Yeah, and Shabby said before the race when we spoke briefly, this is not my track at all. I'm not a fan of it. However, I'm eager to win, as he wants to continue the party, and continue the party that is about Morocco, as he is from Moroccan origin. So with Morocco winning today and defeating Spain at the World Cup, he wants to honor them by winning this race, and then also stating that Morocco is going to win the World Cup. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it, but I think it will be tough.
They know how to party, though, don't they? Really do know how to party, and congratulations to them as well. It's good to see an African team get through.
And we have a goal by Switzerland. 4-1 it is.
But the comeback's back. Anyway, back to the racing. We have lost Marcel. Looks like he had a spin coming out of turn number 10, so that's his qualifying over. Everybody else pretty much heading back into the pits now for that last run.
Trucker has not set a proper time yet, and is in the pit lane right now. I think Fox Blue is so far with a 29.5 much slower than he's capable of. Mamba can go quicker as well, but clearly struggling with his pedals. And Moroccans do know how to party, actually quite recently. Me and Shabby were in Spain, where we watched the Moroccan game versus Belgium, and yes, they know how to party. I can tell you that.
And rightly so. Yeah, I think that's. I think I got a message from Shabby at the time saying he was just going to go out and party with them. The streets were absolutely full. So.
Oh yeah, well, it was great to see. Meanwhile, Delgate. Oh no, Delgate. I thought he was going to set the time, but he's running back to the pit lane. Right. Anyone on the lap? Oh. No.
Phase is about to start, I think.
Yeah. I think he is.
So yep, just on board with Phase.
And he's been surprisingly quick so far with a 28.0.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, he's you know, I mean, last season he was sporadic. I think last season he had a lot of pace in him.
Oh, no, that's
it
a
was
mistake at turn 2, and that's his lap gone, and probably his qualifying as well.
Yeah.
Continue
It
now.
was bits like that. Literally, I was just going to say, it was literally just moments like that that ruined his season. It's like, oh,
Oh, who was that?
what was that?
That was an Alpha Tauri going sideways.
It was one of the. Was that good old?
I think it was either Jug.
I think it was
Jug
Dimex.
Oh yeah. About those two.
Yeah, well, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, these guys came in a few seasons ago, and especially back then, No Jerk was really slow and crashed a lot, and they have just progressed and progressed and progressed each season.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
And I think the first time they drove into Division 1, it was a bit of a gamble, like, can they actually keep up, you know?
Well, it's got to be daunting as well, because I mean they were promoted. What was it, 4 or 5 divisions? So it was it wasn't a short jump.
No, it was a big jump.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, you know, to start off with, yeah, it must have been daunting for them, but they seem to really be enjoying it now.
Yeah, because well, we told them at the time, we think you guys have the potential, but you're gonna have to practice a lot, and they did.
Yeah.
And they did, and it's amazing to see how far they've come, and I think they are capable of fighting for pole positions and top 6s and podiums, and I'd love to see the day where one of those guys wins a race in Division 1.
Oh, absolutely. I'm very, very proud to say that they are both representing our esports team now as well.
Oh,
so,
yeah. I've watched a practice session just before this event started, and I can tell you the time that No Jug did there, well, Yari goes to 27.880 to P2. No Jug did a time that was quicker than the current pole position, so it's in there.
Shabby 27.901. Oh no, it's the same. Yeah,
No, I don't think he's improved yet. I'll keep an eye on No Jug as he's on the hot lap.
I'll jump on with Phase. He's 9 seconds down, so that's not going to be a quick lap for him. Who's next? Is it Yari or Fox Blue? I think it's Fox Blue.
Seems
Yeah,
like
Fox Blue half a second up. As you said, he had much more in him than a 29.5. We'll see what he can cause. I think he's going to be in the high 28s. 28.991, so it does improve. Only a couple of places.
Jug is up 1.5 tenths. And is actually getting a
nice
toe by his teammate, but he needs to move over now. I think he's improving. I think it's not enough for pole position, but nevertheless, a good qualifying. It is pole position!
It is pole position!
Oh my lord! What a lap by No Jug! What a great teamwork we've seen here by...
Joe Royal takes it straight away behind!
Oh, they will be good at Team Canada.
Momentarily.
Oh, what my days, that was such brilliant racing by these two good friends that they have become.
Oh, Tool, 5th place for Tool.
Yeah, that's a bit disappointing. I told you at the start we're going to see like 4 or 5 drivers below 28, and we have. And I think the only one on the lap right now is Paul Has. No, he's actually coming a bit. So this is... Oh, I'm just a bit gutted for No Jug here. Thinking he's got his first pole position on the highest level. Because he's got a few pole positions, but not in D1. He was so close. actually leading, and it only took a few seconds, and then Joe Royal, well, he killed the Canadian party, but nevertheless, I think this shows, I mean, we named 3 favorites. Does that mean they will always be the guys fighting for the wins? No, there will be more guys fighting for the wins, but those 3 will probably be the main contenders because their consistencies there. All right, so quality results. Let me start off. Joel Royal kicks off with pole position, 127.760. Now we have Nojak, Yari, Shabby, Tool, Pantera, Wesley, Standan, Lynx, Brent, Staff, Lancy, Dimix, Paulhouse, Prince, Trucker, Mamba, Fox Blue, Delgazo, and Marcel. Well, that was an exciting end of quali.
It was, yeah. But so I thought Jugger got it then, but Joe Royal just put in such a good lap behind him. I literally cut to him just as he was coming into the onto the straight, and yeah, just pipped him. But I think Jugger will be happy with that front row start. It's whether he can now convert that sort of into a result. Oh
yeah,
fingers crossed he will. Right, okay. I shall play the race intro. Give Bog and mine voice a quick rest, so we'll be back with you just in a moment.
Welcome to the Bahrain International Circuit, and any moment now our drivers will take to the track and the Bahrain Grand Prix can begin. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10.
Well, welcome back everybody. As you can see, we are now on the formation lap. We'll get up the tyre choices and see what everybody's on, Bob. See what strategies they've gone for.
Just a moment. First, we of course have to report that Portugal scored another goal with Gonçalo Ramos, and it's 5-1. Yeah, the strategy. Let's have a look at the tires. Right. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Joe Royal on pole starts on hards, just like Yari and Shabby. So the only one in the top 4 is Nojak on the mediums. And then we have 4 drivers on the mediums. That's Too Late, Pantera, Wesley, and Stan. Then we have Lynx on P9, on the hards, and Brent on the mediums, and then Stav on. It's a mixed bag. I think it's 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, I have to admit, it surprises me 3 out of the top 4 being on hards. I thought they would go for the mediums.
No, I know Shabby always prefers to start on the harder tire on this game, as it gives more flexibility, especially now with you have more tire choice options.
Yeah, it gives a bit more flexibility.
So yeah. Because if there's an early safety car, or if you're in trouble early on, you have the option to switch to mediums.
Yep.
Right, here we go.
All right, so just waiting for Marcel to join up at the back of the grid.
A few drivers get disqualified for not putting their cars in the right position.
Okay, let's see if we can get
Let's
a decent
go. Let's see
picture.
who has the best start. And the red lights are there. 5. And off we go! And I think it's a great start from Joe Roll.
Yeah, and poor
Oh,
start by
oh
Shabby.
no! Oh no! Chaos! Who's that? Is that Shabby?
It's Shabby,
still-
yeah.
Oh my! I think Shabby had an absolute shit start.
He did, yeah.
And several cars are in the wall with him. Oh, and is it a safety car or a virtual? I think it's a virtual.
We are virtual safety car at the moment, yeah.
All
But
right,
it's, yeah.
so we had a few cars involved. Pantera, Chevy, Stand-Den. I think Marcel survived it.
Yep. I'm not sure if we
Oh,
have
boy.
any damage back there. Yeah,
I think Chevy was still a bit too much in party mode.
Chevy was very,
Anyway.
very slow away and then got collected by Faze behind him.
Oh.
Obviously, it kind of kicked out to the right. But yeah, it looks like we've got the back three have no front wing at the moment, so they'll be pissing.
Yeah, they hope that this virtual will last a bit longer.
Yeah, but Joe Royal converting that pole into in the first place. Tool up 3 places.
Yeah, Jack had a poor start and lost 2 positions. Oh wait, Joe Royal! He gets a drive-through. Oh my, we're back to green, and he messes up, and it's Tool and Yari jump him, and they go to 1-2, and now no Jack into 3, and Joe Royal is in the pit lane, surfing it right away. Whoa, he's been sleeping. Oh boy. Alright, so we have 2 leading. Yari in second, no Jack in third, Wesley moving up places into P4. Oh no, and that's Wesley off. What is going on here? He spins at turn 2. Or is it 3? Yeah, 3. He exited 3 actually.
To 3, yeah.
Right, back to the lead, because this is just getting crazier and crazier. We have 2 leading the race, Yari in second, no Jack in third, and it's disaster for the Alfa Romeo team. We have 5 cars in the pit lane, unless they are leaving it now. We have the second Alfa Romeo in trouble. Wow. Actually, there's... Oh, and another yellow. Oh,
Shabby's retired.
Out. What is going? He hit
Chevy and Fox Blue,
and
now
it's a safety car. It's
Who else is involved? Delgesu, yeah.
Delgesu. It's a safety car, so actually, that really helps Joey Arroyo and everyone else who was in trouble early on. Oh, and Delgesu is disqualified.
Yep, for being parked within that.
What is going on? Well, I think Shabby is just gonna go outside and party with a lot of people to celebrate the Moroccan win, because, well, he's very sure it wasn't what he hoped for.
No.
So, Trucker uses this to pit. I think that's a good choice. Perhaps go to double mediums.
Yeah, Wesley also into the pits.
I think he's serving a pen, by the way, Trucker. Wesley goes in, and he's gonna go for hards. Interesting choice.
Yep, Prince also with a penalty at the moment. I'm not quite sure what that was for. 5 seconds, I assume it was speeding.
Yeah, I think Prince got a pen in the race start. Yeah. With contact with someone. Brent is in the pit lane for the 2nd time, I believe.
Yeah, so right.
What a mess to start with.
Well, looks like I think Shabby and Fox Blue were involved in a bit of an incident. I think Fox Blue might have just lost it and unfortunately taken Shabby with him. So a tough start to his defence, but Shabby, if I were you, just go and party and celebrate Morocco now, I think.
Yeah. just forget this race and enjoy the great things that happened earlier today.
Yep, exactly right.
Right, so we have Tool leading, and he is on a softer compound tires than Yari is. I just would love to see, and I love all the drivers. I respect them all, but I would so much love to see a no-jug podium.
It'd be brilliant.
I
Absolutely
mean,
superb.
a guy that is probably put in the most laps, most hours of everyone over the last few seasons, which brought him from the back of Division 5. Yeah, you heard me right. The back of Division 5 to a near pole position in Division 1, ladies and gentlemen. And well, his qualifying has always been good. His race results, however, he's got some work on that, and it's getting there. And I think it was last week where he actually, in Division 0, that's an open class series we have, he got his first ever win, which was a wonderful moment for him. But now, to do it on the highest level against all his rivals, to get a podium, that will be huge, because even though last season wasn't that bad for him, he didn't score a lot of points. I think he was like around P20 in the championship, just a few points.
Yeah, it was always there or thereabouts. So it just didn't quite click. But
No, his teammate did better. I think he did get a podium and scored decent points. Was in the top 10.
But also, No Jug's just an absolute funny guy. Really, really funny.
Oh yeah.
It's I would recommend, if you guys have time tomorrow night, to tune in and watch Div 4, where No Jug and Dimex do their duet. Completely.
Oh yeah, they're gonna do commentary together on Division 4. Oh wait! Oh my! And Dimex, aka Dylan, just lost it under the safety car.
Why do I have to say something nice about Dylan?
Yeah, you don't do that ever again, please.
No, sorry.
No. Oh my, he drops from P6 to P13. And that is while the safety car is going to come in, so we're going to go back to racing. Tool is leading the pack. He is warming up his tires. As the safety car is already in, he's doing it on a very low pace. And I'm curious to see what the moment he'll pick to go. Here they come into the final corner. Oh,
No,
goes
he's
all the way to the right. Here he goes.
He's gone.
Oh, that's a good start.
No Jug's got a good drive on the back of Yari.
Yeah, don't forget that No Jug has the better tire. He goes on the outside, but oh, Yari leaves little room. But enough, and let's see. Oh, Joe Royal, and oh, lots of fighting going in on the middle pack. But a Ferrari in trouble. That's Shocker. I saw a lot of parts flying there.
Yeah, Trucker dropping back through the field. Does have front end plate is missing, unfortunately. So going from bad to worse, really, for Trucker.
Yeah, Scotsman is not really off to a good start, but nevertheless, he's still in the race. And you never know how that may end.
Yeah. Meanwhile, out front, Tool already pulled out a second, so he's already stretching himself just out of DRS zone.
Oh, and Pantera's off. Oh, trying to find grips again, but he drops to P17. And that means very quietly up people moving places. Lynx in P4, Stev in P5, our Greek driver. Borjas now in P6, Prince in 7. Lancy at 8, and Joy Royal, despite his drive-through, already back in the top 10.
Yep, looking at Dimex already back up to 11th as well after his spin on the safety car.
Yeah. do you have to say he is on a softer compound?
Yeah. Yeah, so Will got him warmed up a lot quicker, but still we're keeping an eye on him. He's in a sort of a train with Wesley and Stendon at the moment.
Trucker in the pit lane. Yeah, life of a Ferrari driver is hard.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier in the game, I have to admit. It's I mean, real life's
Exactly.
pretty bad, and yeah.
Well, the only season I drove a Ferrari was the season I didn't finish. Just saying.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
Anyway, someone's off. Oh my God! It's the second time you
It's
said something
Dimex.
nice about Dylan again.
I know.
Oh no! Dylan drops to P16. Meanwhile, 2 is on a 1.6 second lead over Yari. He is running away with this.
Yeah, purple middle sector as well. Looks like he's trying to stretch his legs a little bit now. Obviously on the medium tyres, Yari on the hards behind. No joke. Keeping Yari honest as well, so keep him within that DRS zone. But Link's on the back, and Stav not giving up yet either. But we've got a nice little battle going on for second place.
Stav is having a good race there, and he's actually got. Well, good for him is that he's got not a lot of pressure from behind, as it's Paul has behind him on a hard compound with a 3-second gap to him. Well, the McLaren switch places.
Yep. So a few, it's sort of stretching itself out at the moment, isn't it? Sort of around about the half second, 3/4 of a second.
Mm-hmm.
So Yari keeping that gap at about 1.6, 1.7, and with that it extends a little bit more.
It seems too as if he turns a lap quicker, but he is on a softer compound. So if Yari can stay close, and let's assume we have normal strategies, as in no safety car issues, then he could make the difference with being on the quicker tire on late.
So just reading the chat, don't know who it is, but someone's mic is bugging, though I'm not sure which one it is. Well, hopefully it's acceptable for this week, and we'll get it sorted for next week.
Yeah. Let's hope about that.
So right, so Tool now with a 2-second member losing a place to Wesley down the start-finish line there. So Wesley up into 12th. And Prince getting past Puris there as well. So Prince up into 6th place.
Yeah, they were teammates a season ago.
Yeah. I mean, Prince got to be an outsider for the title as well, and obviously he was quite strong up to probably with what 3-4 races to go last season. Was still in the battle. I think he had a win, a couple of podiums as well, but yeah, it didn't quite come right for him last season.
No, but he doesn't have like the natural speed as the guys like Yari or Tool or Shabby has, but still very, very good. And technically he's good, makes the right choices when it comes to it, but you need a bit of luck and be able to stay out of trouble, and someone is around. Is it Dylan again? Oh boy.
I think it might be, I think he's having a race to forget at the moment. Those tyres probably be nice and warm at the moment.
Yeah. Back to the lead. Yari keeping it around 2 seconds now.
Yep. So we've got that 2 second. Then we've still got that train of Yari, No Jug, Links and Stav. Okay, just looking in the chat, do you think the undercut will work? I mean, the undercut is quite strong on this game.
It is. But yes, it could work. But I think, to be honest, knowing this game and this field, we may see a safety car later on in the race that will change everything.
Yeah.
So my advice or view on it is that just be there, be out there, get your positioning, and then in the end make the right call when something occurs. But if you take yesterday, there was a practice race.
Mm-hmm.
And despite both you and me not being the fastest on track, we had good results because they made the right choices, and while others, I think a good example was Gavolas, who, well, he went in when there was a safety car with, 6-7 laps to go for softs, and everyone stayed out, and he gave up track position and ended up outside the points, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or with Questro, who went in, with over 10 laps to go and went for softs. Those are bad calls. So, point is, even if you're not the slowest, just make sure. Oh, and Dylan is round again. Just be out there. When the opportunity comes, just make the right call.
Yeah.
And that will basically get you points.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be such an element of luck with a safety car. I think, we've all been in that situation where you think you're on the perfect strategy, it's all working well, and then the safety car just absolutely ruins it for you.
We have a yellow. I think. Oh, it's Brent. Brent is round. At turn 11, I think that was.
Yeah, we've got two groups of kind of forming here. I mean, really, we've got a DRS train from behind Prince in 6th all the way down to Phase in 13th. And then there's so that small train of 4 behind Tool, who's just pushing his gap out to 2.3 seconds now. So Lanzi making a move up the inside of Joe Royal there. So Lanzi up into 8th place ahead of the McLaren.
Yeah, but they are all in this group. Well, Marcel posts a new fastest lap on fresh mediums. And that group starts at P6 with Prince.
Yep. Goes all the way back, but Prince with that 5-second penalty as well is really going to hurt him there. Coming into the pits, we'll need to serve that.
Yeah.
So drop him down a few places.
Oh,
Joe Royal there, dropping a few. Yeah, there was he tried to re-overtake Lanzi, and I wouldn't say there was contact, but certainly a loss of traction for Joe Royal, who sort of went to the right a little bit.
Yeah, but now he drops from P9 to P13.
Yeah, I think he got a bit out of shape and lost a few positions there, unfortunately. So after a good start, languishing down in 13th at the moment, obviously on the harder tyres, but at the front, Yari just starting to make a small dent into that lead on Tool now. So I think the mediums might be coming towards dropping off ever so slightly, and obviously
I think we're going to see pit stop soon.
Yeah, we're looking sort of 14 to 16.
Yeah. Maybe like 13 if you started on the mediums. Oh, Mamba in trouble. Oh.
I try not to mention Mamba too much.
No,
it always seems to go wrong
but
when I do.
Yeah, tell that to Dylan. Who just pitted, by the way?
I'm sure Dylan will get his own back on me.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. But, no, Dylan is not the type to jinx you.
No, and Yari's round.
No! No, 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 Yari.
Yeah,
What?
Yari would have spent turn 13. Just, I think, gave it a little bit too much. Lost the back end there under traction. So no jug now up into second. We've got
Yeah,
3 second
drops.
gap to
Yari drops to P5.
Yeah, it's always so close. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, you make a small mistake here, you're
And
dropping 4 or 5
Steph
positions.
decides to go into attack, perhaps even hoping there would be a virtual safety car. He comes in, and he opens the pit stop dance in his Williams car. And he is going to be dropping back to P12.
Links past no jug.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, so
It's
Link's
getting interesting
moving.
here.
Yeah, Link's moving his Mercedes up into second place, just overtaking no jug there on the entry to turn 4.
Yeah, I think we're really going to see that the soft tires are going to drop off, so no jug and 2 will start to feel this.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that gap. Link's with a 3.3 second gap. It's already eating into it slightly in that middle section, which obviously where the traction's going to be lost the most. Mamba losing another position.
Yeah, he pitted.
To Trocker. He has pitted out on fresh mediums, yep.
Oh, Lancy made a mistake. He's dropping places. He's dropping to P10 and is now once again in battle with Joy Royal. And oh, Mamba's out! Mamba lost it at the exit of turn 4. That's not a great start of the season for the Austrian driver. He's out. And is that going to give us a full yellow? I don't think so.
Just a yellow at the moment, but Tool's making a jump for it and coming into the pits just in case.
No Jack goes in as well.
Yep. So 1 and 2, well, other than Links continuing on the hards, we'll be looking at taking those to about lap sort of 17, 18.
Oh, and another goal in the Portugal game. It's 6-1 that Rafael Leal scored.
Welcome, Shabby, to the chat. Obviously, not your best session tonight, mate. But as they take some small comfort from Morocco making it through to the quarterfinals. So Stendon now all over the back of Poolhouse for 3rd place.
No Jack lost the position to Staff there. I think that's probably because Staff has his tires warmed up a bit more as he pitted earlier.
Yeah, it can make a big difference on the hards, just that one.
Oh yeah, I think this is where Jack needs to keep his cool, stay focused on the job and the task, and that's just to score as many points as possible and don't focus too much on a win or a podium.
Yeah.
Wesley is fighting with Poolhouse. Oh, side by side here. And Wesley wins this battle for now. Wesley is fighting his way back nicely into this race.
He is doing well on those hards, considering he had an early incident, putting himself back up there. Obviously, will he take them to the end? 12, another 14 laps, 26 is possible.
No, I think Wesley is gamming on that safety car. Has to be. And basically everyone into the top 8, they're all on harder, older hard tires.
Phase there, moving up into 4th as well. I think Prince will be the next one to get past Borhois. Looks like he's struggling a bit with those tyres at the moment. And Joe Royal now just behind as well. So we seem to have we've moved that train sort of now pretty much from sort of 3rd backwards, haven't we? Tool currently in 9th, probably the de facto leader once everybody does stop.
Paul has pits.
Yep, as Joe Royal makes a move on Prince. And up into 5th place. It looks like the football has now ended. I think that was it 6-1 in the end?
Yeah.
But no Jug, just staying within half a second of Stav.
That's what he needs to do. Stay close, and when the opportunity arises, take it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that means he's about 5.5 seconds behind Tool.
Yep. Yeah, which is a comfortable margin there for Tool, but it only takes a safety car, anything can happen. Certainly with, 13, 14 laps to go, including the one that we're on. Landsy putting some pressure on Prince.
Right,
now.
Lynx is about to pit. He is pitting. So is Yari, and they have a Lynx had a 22-second lead on Tool. So let's see where that brings him. Oh, and Prince!
Oh.
When he's going to serve his pen, he gets another. Fastest lap by Tool.
Tool is come out just behind Lynx. They are battling away in turn 2. Lynx has literally just got the jump on Tool. Obviously with a tyre.
On better tires. And here comes Tool again.
So Tool has worked his way past.
Of course, Tool is tires that are a bit warmer, more temperature in those tires, but Lynx is Lynx going to be the challenger?
Oh, it does seem to be. I mean, obviously with the medium tyres, he is going to be quicker than Tool. Yeah, we'll see obviously with these two battling as well.
Yari dropped back behind 4 seconds behind Jug, but on a much better tyre.
Yep, and Stav closing in probably about, I think, half a second they gained on that lap, obviously with...
I think we're going to see a battle here between Stav, Jug, and Yari for a podium.
Yep. But who's going to win? Who's your money on now?
Actually, given if we assume there's not going to be a safety car, I think Lynx is here he comes already. I think Lynx is in a great position. And no job with the move on Staff. Right, it was lining that up a long time. That puts him in current P7, virtual P3.
Yes, yep.
And they have a 5-second gap to the leaders. Well, what's going on? Joe Royal taking a position from Face Frontera up top there at P2. Wesley leading, and Wesley is just praying for that safety car, because that would put them back in contention. But now you ask me who I think is going to win this. Well, I think given...
Oh, phases round.
No, of course. Why do I...
Yep, sorry, apologies here. Yep.
No. Let's see how this plays out as phase is underway, but let's hope he doesn't have overheated his tires.
I think he could well probably be looking at.
No, I think Lynx is on the better tire, and that will help in. And here comes the attack actually for the lead. Puts the fastest lap. Is going to go on the outside. But Tool defends the inside. Oh, and Yari even improves the fastest lap. Yari is on a hunt now for the podium. Lancy pits. That's an odd choice. With 10 laps to go for softs. I don't think that's the right call, Lancy. I think that's a bit too early.
10 laps, yeah, I think it's going to struggle. They're normally sort of good for what, about 6 laps around Bahrain?
Yeah. Yeah, tire degradation is high here. Right, so we're going to have a battle with Lynx and Tool. We have Jug, Stav, and possibly Yari fighting for that podium.
Yeah,
Lovely
Yari
race by Stav as well.
Oh, Yari is closing in hand over fist, isn't he?
Oh, of course, he's on a better tire. They're fresher, a softer compound. So Jug will have Stav as a bit of a buffer. But with 10 laps to go, I think it's Yari's podium. But let's not forget, we still have a few different drivers leading. And here comes Wesley. Pitting.
So Wesley finally pitting, so he'll be going on to... Is he going to go mediums or softs, do you think?
Mediums. Now, if Wesley wanted to go softs, he would have stayed out for a few more laps.
Yeah, you're right.
I know him too well for that. Right, so back where we started with Joe Royal leading. We have a yellow. Oh, and it's Dylan again. Dylan doing his very best, taking out a few marker boards. And he succeeded. Not having a great race. Anyway, so Joe Roy started in pole, but then had to well, he got a drive-through and he had to serve that right away, and was lucky there was a safety car not long after, which got him back to the group, but still lost a lot of time. And he is leading, but he still has to pit, or not, but then he'll lose anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to pit, but he's
No,
going to lose so much time.
I think is in his position. If he pits now, he's probably going to drop back to P8, maybe even 9.
Yeah.
Worst case, even P10. So it might as well stay out for a bit and hope for a safety car.
Yeah. Yeah, unless he's going to stretch it a couple of laps, go on softs.
Because if you do that and it comes, you actually have a chance to win the race.
Yeah.
If you go in now, even with a safety car, there's no way you're going to win, because you're drawing a back to P8-10 and you're not going to pass 8 cars.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, very true. Yeah, track position is more important, to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially with a few laps to go. And it's only 8 laps. Right, so let's see. Lynx is having...
Yari now close up to within half a second.
But 2 is still within DRS, which is important for him. And about 7 seconds behind them, we have Jug, is giving it all in the hope of a podium. But I think Yari is going to kill that party.
Well, Yari's lining up a move now on Stav, I think, certainly down the start-finish line. He'll be looking at putting past if he can, but obviously Stav's still within that DRS.
And Joe Royal proves me wrong, as he's pitting right now.
He bits. I assume he's probably going to go for a set of soft. Yeah, he does indeed go soft tyres.
Oh, Yari, no! And that's also because Staff still has, that's
and
a
Yari's gone.
That's a good move.
That was a good dive up the inside by Yari. Obviously flashing away as well, so has used all of his ERS.
Yeah.
So Yari up into fourth, so he'll be on the hunt now for No Jug. So at the front, but Link's still not able to pull out away from Tool, even though he is on the softer tyres.
No, and the longer this is gonna last, meaning Link's ahead of Tool. Oh, we have a yellow. Brent? Yeah, Brent. Oh, and Pantera with a pen.
Have a look, see how we are doing with
I'm just anxious to see what will happen now if we get a safety car. Let's say you're No Jug, right? You're in P3. Probably soon to be P4. There comes a safety car right now. What would you do?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because I mean, you'd say go in for the softer compound tyres, but you can lose so many positions. Is it more key to keep track position? I don't know, to be honest.
Well,
I'd probably stay out.
I think it really depends on how much positions you would lose. Considering the gaps are not too big behind them. He's gonna drop. If you pit now and you're the only one to pit, you're gonna lose like 22 seconds.
Yep.
It puts you in P11, and that's not worth it.
No. No, it's not.
Right, Pantera after spinning off twice goes for fresh softs. Drops
16th.
into last. Yeah.
So Lynx has now just about broken that 1 second barrier.
Yeah, it's marginal, but
yeah, I think as they've hit the DRS detection there, I don't think Tool was close enough, so he won't have DRS on this lap, which he doesn't. It doesn't seem to be. Still seems to be pulling Tool in, to be honest.
Here comes Yari.
Yep, Yari, I think it's going to make the move on No Jug here, up the inside into turn number 1. Does nice clean move, overtake there, but will No Jug be able to use the DRS to pull back on the second zone?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yari is so quick around this turn 1, 2, 3. That is, yeah, it's so hard to make up ground then. Well, I think Jug just needs to try to stay close. Don't overdrive it, and hope Yari's tires will drop off soon. But I think his tires are just a little bit too fresh for that to happen.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've got, what, 6 laps left, to go 13 lap old mediums.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be too far away from Jug. Oh, yellow. Brent, off again.
Brent.
Yeah, Brent's goal for this season was to finish at least 1 race. So not too ambitious for this former. Not too ambitious for this former Division 2 champion.
Sometimes you have to set something that's realistic, don't you?
Well, it's quite clear that Brent is struggling on this new game, and I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's his equipment. Brent is an old school pet driver, and I think, apart from that, he should really switch to a wheel, which he would love to if he had the funding for it.
Yeah.
But I think his controller may just be done, if you know what I mean. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, last few months he's not the friend we are used to see. The
Yeah.
friend we know is capable of getting podiums here. And now he's struggling to keep it on track. And
Trucker into the pits.
that can't be just a game, if you know what I mean. Right, Pantera with fastest lap from P15 on fresh softs. Trucker will try to do even better on fresher softs. And for the lead, Lynx is still leading. Oh, did he do a wonderful job? So earlier we had the question, is the undercut going to work? Well, we can think it's fair to say the overcut worked by Lynx.
Well, he certainly did, yeah. Yeah, quite well as well. So whether Tool was caught up in traffic or not, I'm not 100% sure on that, but certainly a catapulted Lynx up.
No. He's been great. I think he started from P9 or something, won a bit at the start and all the incidents, but was never... Oh, yellow. Brand again. Playing lawnmower here. Oh! And Pantera. This could actually be a full yellow.
Pantera out. No, he's back on.
No, he's not out, but he lost it at turn 11, I think.
Yep.
And there's no front wing anymore. And it was the last lap of a possible safety car. Which thankfully we did not have. What would be a shame if the race would have been decided that way.
Yeah. No, it's been a good race so far. Lynx now, so 1.3 seconds clear. 3 laps to go when we cross the line.
Yeah, we still have Jug and Staff fighting for a P4. Both having a really good race. Stan Dan very quietly doing a really good race in P6.
Yeah, 11 lap old medium's got Wesley right behind him and Joe Royal just behind on those softs, although they are 5 laps.
Yeah, but they're about to drop off though.
And Wesley makes the move up the inside of
Stendon. Oh, yeah. Oh, Stendon nearly listed the car there. Oh, we have a yellow. Someone's off.
I think it might have been that incident with Stendon. I think it gets a little bit over-eager sometimes, the yellow flag mechanism on this game.
Meanwhile, Prince pitting for fresh softs and serving his pen. And I think he's going to go just for fastest lap and thinking, hey,
yeah,
I'm not going to score points anyway. Oh, someone's off. What is going on? Oh, Stan Dan lost it a bit, I think, because Joe Royal is now in P7, Wesley in P6.
Yeah, he's lost a bit of ground on them.
Right. Not much laps to go. In fact, when we cross the finish line, it's only 2 more laps. And Lynx still with the lead at 1.3. Yari is too far behind to have a chance to win it. Nevertheless, podium is a good way to start the season.
Yeah.
No Jock is struggling to keep Staff behind actually, and Joe Royal now even ahead of Wesley. So nice
Wes will have the DRS here. See if Wes will go for the move up the inside. He just hasn't got it.
Yeah, but Wesley needs to keep in mind, if he wants a more steady season, then don't take too much risk on the last few laps. Stendon is off. Stendon is off. That gives Lancy another position. Right. I'm about to say, Wesley, don't take too much risk on those last 1, 2, 3 laps. Just secure the points.
Yeah.
Of course, you'd love to be in a higher position, but another. Oh, Stenden is off again. Oh, I think he's cooked his tires. He's dropping to P10. Is he gonna lose more? Next car is that of Marcel. That shouldn't be an issue. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the final lap of this race, and Lynx is leading ahead of Tool.
Steph closing on No Jug. Not quite close enough for a move into turn 1, but could he look at getting DRS and a move up into turn number 4? No, hasn't quite got it. So right, okay, back at the front. So Lynx 1.3 seconds ahead of Tool. As you say, I mean, certainly the overcut has worked on this occasion for him.
Yeah.
Been able to pull away from Lynx, I think, as much as we thought he would on the mediums.
Yeah, again. Brent, once again. Right. And that means we're into the final few corners of this race, actually.
We are in indeed. I say Lynx now coming around turn number 13, just 14 and 15 to go to win the opener of season 3.
Yes, here he comes out of the final corner. On his way to the first win of the season and World League Champion. Lynx wins the race ahead of Tool. And Jari will pick up a podium as he comes out of the final quarter in the Alpine P3. Jock with his best ever result in Division 1. I think he got more points now than he did in whole last season. How about that?
You could be right.
Steph,
I think you could be right, yeah.
Steph with P5, a wonderful race by the Greek. Royal, nice comeback to P6. Wesley in 7, Lancy in 8. Paul has in P9, and Stan Dan had enough margin to keep Marcel off, but that was a terrible ending after a good race by him. So Marcel gets the the P11, the place no one wants to have. In P12, Dymix had a good start, but then had like a handful of moments that really cost him a good result. Prince basically didn't help himself with his pens. Trucker was never in it really.
I had one of those races today, Trucker. So he didn't seem to go right from start to finish, to be honest with you. But
no, neither did it for Brent. Pantera had a wonderful quali, but it actually already went wrong at that start with the collision with Shabby.
Yeah. A nice little dance on the podium.
Yeah. I bet if you would win tomorrow, you'd do something different.
I have no idea what mine is.
I'd probably switch teammates if you did. If you didn't. Oh, that's more for the young ones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this was the first race of the season. I think it was a good one. Especially beginning, a lot of strategic stuff, but in the end, the results: Lynx wins ahead of 2 mate, then Yari, Nojek, Staff, Joe Royal, Wesley, Lancy, Paul House, Stan Dan in the top 10, and then we have Marcel, Prince, Dymix, Chalker, and Brent. And of course, still classified in P16, Pantera, who actually has the fastest lap. Won't give him any points as he's not finished in the top 10, but nevertheless, Laws looks good on your stats card. The non-finishers: Black Mamba, Foxplay, Shabby, and Delgesu. Well, that's it for the race. But we're gonna have more racing to come. You want to watch Division 3, please check our YouTube channel. But tomorrow, Division 2, and of course Division 4 with your commentators of today, driving for the McLaren team, and with the wonderful magical duo on comms of Nojak and Dylan.
Absolutely looking forward to that. I'm certainly hoping that I don't have any rude radio messages like we
Oh,
did the other
yeah.
week. So fingers crossed my race goes well, and I don't star on that. But no, they are very, very much fun to listen to. So
Yeah.
you know, certainly do tune in and that, and obviously support Divisions 2 as well. Obviously up on screen as well. Thursdays we have 2 start times, 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. The 7 p.m. is for Division O, which is obviously full qualification. As long as we have enough drivers, that's why we start at 7 o'clock, and then at 8 o'clock will be the opening round of Division 5. Which that should be quite interesting as well. But some new drivers in there, obviously trying to prove themselves.
Yeah.
We'll see if we get anybody that.
I'm
goes to the
really
top.
interested to see Division 5. I think there's a few guys that are starting their second season that has developed quite a lot, learned a lot, and yeah, I'm looking at how they will do now in a new season. And then I'm talking about Krasinnikov, I'm talking about Morg, I'm talking about Hansel Bua. But also there's one guy who was phenomenal in last week's preseason, well, especially in quali, was Zusa, I think.
Yes.
He had
Yeah.
Paul by a huge margin, but it couldn't convert it in the race. And I'm really curious to see those guys what they can do.
Yeah.
And of course
I'm
we have
looking forward to it.
Nerdy. I think Nerdy is going to do well. He'll definitely get he'll be among the top drivers, but not the guy that wins every race. But he's probably the most sensible and consistent of all those top drivers there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's got a lot more consistency recently, so it's.
And
I think that will bode well for him.
let's also not forget, you and I are not the youngest, but in Division 5 we have a driver duo that combined is over 125 years old. Yeah, let that
Well, it
sink
makes us
in.
feel young. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. So just much respect to those guys who are there every week and give it their all. And every league should be happy to have such a good and reliable drivers like them.
Yeah.
Just wanted to have that out.
Absolutely. But it also just proves as well is the fact that it's not age limited. I mean, obviously the older you get, you're not quite as quick or as sharp, but yeah.
No, but that's not. Both have won races, so it doesn't matter if you're like 13, 12, whatever, or if you're 85. Everyone is welcome to join the community and have fun and race with us.
Absolutely. All we ask is you set your attendance and turn up. Not much to ask.
Well, that will be nice, yeah.
Right. Okay, well, it's been an exciting opening round to the season. Obviously, as Bob mentioned earlier, we're going to be back next week at China, but obviously the other divisions, please tune in and offer your support. Bob, any closing comments at all?
It could be that next week's race is during the semi-final of the World Cup. And it could even be that the Dutch team is playing and there's quite a few Dutch drivers on the grid. Nevertheless, the race will continue. And if the Dutch drivers can't race, there are others that will be able to take their place. So don't worry, the race will continue. That's
well, we look forward to seeing you next week with one commentator and half a grid.
Right, see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Absolutely, Bog. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. To everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Hope you enjoyed the race. I've been Nellboy, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. And I'll pass you over to Bog to sign off. Good night, all.
Right, thank you all for watching. Bye bye. See you next time.